Hello class, Dr. Duncan here. So now you get to see a face behind the video and the emails and the phone calls. I wanted to take this opportunity to come on and clarify some information I just received in reference to our textbook and our MindTap book. For those of you who joined us last week for our first nightcap session, we had a discussion about the textbook, how to access it, the purchasing, and what is needing and whatnot. I recently just found out that the North Carolina bookstore does not carry the required MindTap access code. I guess there was some confusion there where we had a student go and they said they had it, but then they didn't. So that's the disconcerting news I have to share with you. The good news that I have to share with you is if you purchase the access code directly through the link that's embedded in our Blackboard course, the book is $83 with tax. Once you purchase that, you have access to the digital book as well as all of the resources that you will need for this class. Each week we will take our chapter quiz. Our chapter quiz is administered through MindTap. So it's imperative that you purchase your access code. Again, you can purchase that code by clicking in Module 1 or Module 2. And if you click on the Chapter 2 quiz, register and then purchase code. And I'm also going to send you a PDF that will provide you with step-by-step instructions. To date, we have 4 students who have purchased and 11 students who have registered. So if you have registered, be sure to go on and purchase your code. Hopefully, if you've already purchased your textbook, you're able to return it to the bookstore, explaining that the book does not require all the components that you need for the course. You will need the MindTap access code again. So once I log off, I'm going to send you a PDF with step-by-step instructions. Moreover, when you click over in their respective modules, there's a link that will take you redirectly to Cengage, and that's where you can register and purchase your code. Little overview for last week and this week. So I have finished grading your assignments from Module 1. When you look at your grades in Module 1, the plagiarism certificate, I know that was extremely challenging. We talked about that on our live chat as well. It took a couple chances to actually pass that, but I would encourage you to retain a copy of that because you may have that same exact assignment in subsequent criminal justice classes, which you will be able to just save and submit. So again, save that copy of your plagiarism certificate for your records for future classes. And if you did not save it, if you go into Blackboard and just go under where you submitted, you can download and save that. The second graded component we had for Module 1 was your discussion board. When you're in your discussion board, the rubrics were supplied for your initial post as well as your replies. This week really was just a discussion board of you introducing yourself and replying to 2 students. I was gracious in grading in the sense that the rubric details that discussion boards are worth 100 points, 50 being from your initial post, the other 50 from your replies. So if you posted an initial post and failed to failed to post replies, assuming that you did everything perfect on your initial post, the most you could receive is 50 points because the other 25 and 25 from those replies would be non-applicable since you did not post. However, being the first week, I did not take off 50. I only took off 25 points. So when you check your grades, if you see that you have 75 out of 100, that's because you provided your introduction, but you did not post any replies. Again, going forth, I would encourage you to look at the discussion board rubrics that are attached to each discussion board, which details what I'm looking for in your initial post as well as your replies. And again, remember, initial posts are due on Thursday. So you must have your initial post posted by Thursday with your replies posted by that Monday of the closing of the week. So I'm going to go into the class while I have you here and navigate through Module 2 really quick. Module 2 closes September 2nd by 9 a.m. So do note that there is a date and time on your modules. Your ticket out the door, and we talked about this on our live chat, but for those of you who were not there, 3, 2, 1, be sure that you're sharing 3 things you learned from the module. So 3 different things that you learned or found interesting. 2 things that you were muddled on and you did not quite understand. So Those are the two. And then one aha moment, something that you were surprised about. And again, this is a blog type format, so you're not required to respond to another student if you dare. However, extra credit has been built in if you do decide to respond, but it's not a requirement for your graded component for the ticket out of the door. With Module 2, I encourage you to look at your PowerPoints and look in your module reading resources as we're talking about the UCR, the NCVS, BJS, and these are all crime gathering statistic tools that we currently use. What's your discussion board post? Your discussion board states, please answer part A and part B. You have a video, Young Black in America, and then you have another video, Crime Statistics and Dark Figures. Those questions actually respond to the actual video. So for example, after you watch Young and Black in America, part A says, discuss the relationship between racism and the definition of crime, and how does racism relate to the conflict theory. In addition to your reading and your resources, the information from the video is there to help you in answering that question. And then with part B, after you watch the Crime Statistics and Dark Figure video, that's there to help you discuss that again with your additional resources. When we're talking about the UCR, what is the UCR? What does that stand for? Who's responsible for that? That's the Uniform Crime Report. The NCVS. So that's what I'm looking for you to actually do. One thing I want to also highlight that you may not be accustomed to, with your discussion board, you will not be able to see your classmates' discussion boards until you've posted your initial post. So what that means is if you log in right now and you haven't posted anything, you will not see any posts. Once you make your initial post, then you will be able to see the other responses and who's posted. So please pay attention to that. If you don't watch this video to the end, I know I will receive an email. I don't see anyone. That means you did not post. So again, for my class, discussion posts are set up where you have to post first, and then you're able to see your fellow classmates to respond to them after you've posted. We will try to do, I'll try to do a live chat probably like Thursday evening or Friday to go over chapter 2, kind of answer any questions, have a mini lecture over the material, any questions you may have, really try to dive in and understand the difference with the different tools that we use to measure crime and what exactly are dark figures. When we say dark figures, what is that and what that means. So as always, I'm here for email, or you can actually stop by the office if you're on campus, or call me. And I actually have my cell phone number I will be sending out as well. It's a Google cell phone that you can contact me on, where you will have to state your name, but I want to provide that as a resource. If you have something come up and it's the weekend and you really need to get in touch with me, don't hesitate to contact me on my cell phone. So I'll be sharing that information momentarily as well. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a great week, getting started, reading at least, preparing to post your initial discussion board. Today is Tuesday. Thursday isn't that far. So definitely preparing to post your initial discussion board, and hopefully we're able to get this resolved with our Mind tab. Now, considering the unforeseen challenges we face with our current text, I am extending the quiz if you need it for module 2. So if you need an extension for module 2, I will go ahead and just self-extend, and you will have until next Friday. Now, that does not roll over to module 3. Module 3 will still start and go as is, but if you need that additional time for module 2 quiz, I will grant that extension for you. So feel free to give me a call if you have any questions or concerns. I will talk to you guys later. Ciao.